Barcelona's sweltering pre-season days in Asia are alive with anticipation, and among the sea of familiar faces and promising newcomers, 18-year-old Pau Cubasi has become the most striking figure. The teenage centre-back, whose calm confidence might suggest decades of experience rather than months, sat in the team hotel in Seoul, overlooking neon city lights, and shared his thoughts with Kadina Sir. What was once a distant dream for a boy from the academy has become a daily reality in the Blaugrana lineup, and his voice, measured and steady, reflects the journey of a prodigy coming of age under the weight of expectation. How does a teenager stay so unshakable under such bright lights? Cubasi leans back, recalling his first 2 friendly matches with the squad. The early jitters have long since faded. I can't remember the last time I felt nervous, he says, the hum of the hotel corridor a soft backdrop. I've always been calm. My family says I've been like this since I was little. In the second match, as the stadium's roar faded, he felt the familiar rhythm quicken in his veins, signalling the start of something vital. Still, he knows the defence must tighten further, closing gaps, sharpening tackles, and maintaining solidity from the first whistle to the last. Yet the promise of growth hangs in the humid air, an invitation to rise. All around him, Barcelona's youth movement and fresh signings blend into a tapestry of hopeful ambition. He smiles at the mention of Joan Garcia, a former Olympic gold teammate now beside him in the dressing room, their shared history easing the transition. Then there's Rashford, a new name whose voice is buffered by translation apps and gestures, yet whose presence underscores the club's global pull. We are building a team, Cubasi says, eyes bright, a family stitched together by talent and trust. What will this patchwork of newcomers weave by season's end? On the training pitch and in the half-light of evening drills, Lamine Yamal carves lines of brilliance across the grass. He plays like he's in the schoolyard. Cubasi marvels, recalling the boy wonder's fearless dribbles and audacious flair. And yet, when Yamal's 18th birthday celebration grabbed headlines nationwide, Cubasi and his teammates treated it as just another youth rite of passage, albeit one with a little more cake and a handful of suits in the locker room. In the swirl of confetti and camera flashes, Cubasi stood in quiet formality, a measured salute to his friend's milestone. But did the media see the same humble camaraderie he did behind closed doors? The conversation shifts to Marc-Andre ter Stegen, a man whose storied history with Barcelona has become fodder for speculation. Rumours swirl of a captaincy reshuffle, whispers that Gavi might don the armband next. Cubasi, though, dispels such conjecture with respectful conviction. Ter Stegen is our captain, he affirms, recalling the veteran's patient guidance when Cubasi first broke through. The German's Champions League pedigree, his steady voice in the dressing room. These are the anchors of a leader who has weathered storms and sunlit triumphs alike. Yet Cubasi is quick to highlight Inigo Martinez's quiet command, a steady pulse of encouragement that points to Barcelona's next generation of captains, who will ultimately carry the torch when the stands fall silent. Tactically, the team is fine-tuning a philosophy that demands both structure and flexibility. Under the coach's watchful eye, the defence learns to read the clock, to pull the line back or press forward based on the match's unfolding chapters. It's a lesson in anticipation, where one misplaced step can shift momentum and where every minute holds its own strategic nuance. Can they synchronise their movements as precisely as a metronome? Then comes the shadow of last season's Champions League heartbreak, an exit that left players with a bittersweet aftertaste. We fell short of the final, Cubasi admits, and that sting is still with us. Yet the sting becomes fuel as the squad aims not just to return to Europe's grandest stage, but to leave its mark upon it. The blueprint is drawn, ambition tempered by the knowledge that past regrets cannot be final chapters. How high can they climb this time around? External distractions knock at the door as Real Madrid requests a postponement of Matchday 1, citing a congested fixture list. Cubasi shrugs off the noise. They have their load, we have ours, he says, the click of his water bottle echoing in the room. With the Club World Cup years away, the focus remains razor-sharp on Barcelona's own journey from Seoul to home turf. Will outside demands unravel their concentration or steal it further? Finally, there's the curious case of unregistered players and transfer rumours, looms and whispers that sometimes cloud the collective spirit. Cubasi laughs softly. We trust the club will sort it out. We need everyone here to feel part of the big family, and then the name on everyone's lips. Nico Williams. Rumours had him in Blaugrana Blue, yet here he remains elsewhere, weaving his talents on a different stage. Cubasi admits he expected the young winger to arrive, but he nods to the current squad with unwavering belief. We have what we need, he says, voice steady as a metronome once more. In that confidence lies the final hook. As this pre-season tapestry unravels, what stories will Barcelona and Pau Cubasi in particular write next?